It was chilling. First time I got out there, first inning against UCLA, I had goosebumps everywhere. You got 24,000 people there cheering you on. Being like the Cinderella run. America loved us, so it was a lot. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a dream come true. Like you just said, like everyone watches it, everyone gets to dream of it. But the fact that I got to like live out the dream was so humbling, and this is just a true blessing for sure.
All right, here we go, fellas. We're live. We have another episode of the My Player Podcast. Joining us today is John Hogart and Will Collins. What's going on, fellas?
How we doing?
What's up?
Awesome. So, for those who aren't familiar with Mr. Will Collins, co-founder of My Player, has been on before, but he's joining us today. Then we have first-time guest Mr. John Hogart, who was recently just named to the third-team All-American by D1 baseball. Played at Murray State, helped Murray State reach the College World Series. Hit, 22 dingers, 63 RBIs. Had some pit stops along the way before ended up at Murray State. So we'll talk about his journey, what it was like, earning a spot at a D1 lineup, especially in today's very competitive baseball field. Especially with the parity in baseball and how Murray State was able to. I'm sure you guys didn't feel like it, but take out some Goliaths as the David and kind of go through that whole journey. And so, really, let's just kind of get it started, John, and we'll kind of just get the ball rolling here and talk to us about why baseball. What made you love? How'd you fall in love with baseball at a young age, or did you get into it later in your life?
No, I've been playing baseball as long as I can remember. I could the joke goes around the house is like I could hit a ball before I could walk. So I don't know. I always had a knack for it. My dad played a little bit of collegiate ball, so that helps. And then just like he played slow pitch softball, so I was always at the field of some sorts playing, just running around growing up with a ball and a bat in my hands. As long as I can remember, baseball just kind of clicked with me. Like I played other sports growing up, but nothing I like really cared about like baseball.
Obviously, baseball, played a big role in your life, and as said you played as a kid growing up through there. But what was it like in high school? Did you get a taste for maybe college ball in high school, and you're like, okay, I think I'm, starting to pick it up. My swing's feeling good, and then what kind of led you to landing at some of the other places, and then ended up at Murray State?
Yeah, high school, I went to Madison North Hopkins, town of about 20,000 people, pretty small town, pretty it's really home feeling. It's not a whole lot going on ever, very few places to eat. So, but I love it. It's great. Yeah, playing travel ball and stuff, playing against a bunch of great competition. I got to see myself stack up against guys that are committed to the big time programs or guys that are going to play JUCO and stuff like that. So I got to see where I ranked and I got to see if I matched up to the collegiate athlete level. And then so that just kind of like a boost of confidence going into that next step. So yeah, that kind of played a role in where I decided to go and how I decided to get there and just like the confidence aspect of it for sure.
Mm-hmm. Such a major part, especially in baseball, right? You fail 70% of the time, so having that confidence and saying, okay, I think I'm kind of figuring this out, even though it's a failure type of sport, right? You hit 300 your whole career, you're being the MLB Hall of Fame, right? So that's kind of important to build it up, and then talk to us kind of, excuse me, about the transition from Division One baseball from high school to Division One, summer league. What's it like? I mean, that we're pitting corners, you got high velocity. Give the younger viewers kind of approach to what they can expect as they enter their college career.
Yeah, so around here the pitching was very much up and down. So
Yeah.
some days you'd see a guy that's mid to upper 80s sniffing 90, the next guy it's gonna be mid to upper 70s. That's the hardest part going from that to Division One. Division One is pretty consistent day to day. Upper 80s, low 90s, even into mid 90s once you get in the playoffs, and then it's everyone has an out pitch. Everyone's landing multiple off speed pitches. Everyone has a Friday guy who's got really good stuff. So it's for me the hardest change was being so locked in all the time because I caught myself in high school being young and just like kind of like going through the motions sometimes, not taking it 100% serious 24/7, which is I mean it's hard to do as a kid, but looking back it was silly of me too. So I think the biggest transition was just like the mental aspect of okay, I'm seeing a dude every day and I'm fighting for a spot now too. I know a lot of high school kids, they kind of had their spot already from a young age because they're if they're already thinking about college baseball, they've already got an edge on most people. So the fighting for the spot and just the capacity to be locked in all the time, that was the hardest transition for me.
Yeah, no, I'm sure, and especially with as you're saying, the consistency and the level of games you're playing. Right, it's not like football. You're playing once a Saturday for the fall. Baseball, you're playing 60, 70. MLB, you're playing 183 games. So consistently staying dialed in, and then I feel like baseball too is a little different than other sports. Is you have your season, and then for the most part, you go play in a collegiate summer league team, or you go to Cape Cod League, you play some of there, so you play another 50 games, and then you're right back into fall practice where you're playing inter squad scrimmages and playing more baseball. So it's that mental part can be super taxing, especially for baseball players. But curious on my end, what's maybe some rituals or habits that you have that I feel like baseball players are super superstitious, right? So are you doing the nomar with the batting gloves? What kind of helps you get locked in?
Man, it's just routines. Routines keep you dialed. Same thing every day. This once you drift away from your routine, you start feeling out of whack, and you don't have the chance for success every day like you did the day before. So dialing in a good routine in the off season, taking that into the real season, and then just like building off that. Um, a good support system around you because you're going to struggle, you're going to fail. That's big for me, and also big for me was my faith. That keeps me level headed day to day.
Yeah, I mean, what's some other advice you got? I know we got a lot of high school baseball players probably watching this. For them, if they're kind of getting into the recruiting space, trying to get into either D1 level or another program. What's some advice you would have wanted?
Yeah, the D1 or bust mentality's got to be out the window nowadays, especially for a high school kid. It's so hard, man. With the portal's just a giant of a beast, just going to devour anyone that is so narrow-minded. Because there's just so much talent in the portal nowadays, and the mid majors are going to take the Power Five bounce backs, and then the Power Fives are going to take the mid majors that are looking to jump up. So the room for a high school player to succeed, especially right away at a Division One, is very slim to none. Sadly, I mean, I don't like to want to knock on anyone's talent or abilities, but it's just a harsh reality. So I'd say the biggest advice is keep an open mind because college baseball as a whole is expanding, and the talent's going to just keep getting better. I mean, they had an NAI this year that went undefeated, so I mean that's pretty cool.
Was Murray State always on the top of your radar, or was there a couple other teams?
So out of high school, I went to junior college, and then that was just like a financial decision, and the program had a great track record as well. I went to a school before there, Louisiana Tech. I had a good experience there, but I got hurt, and it mentally messed with me big time. So I needed a mental reset. And then Skirka, the head coach at Murray State, called me, and once I got to like really know that guy, it was a no brainer to be there with him. I mean, he's just a grade A human and just a phenomenal coach as well.
Yeah.
I think that plays a big role too. The coaches, especially with everything's so transient, as you mentioned, and I was glad you kind of touched on that because I wanted to talk about the transfer portal a little bit with all the the parity within sports, right? Like all these kids that are transferring, and I feel like the talent, as you mentioned, is going to get dispersed throughout. So you're going to have a guy throwing 92 to 94, right? Just sitting in the bullpen, ready to rock and roll whenever. And I feel like we saw that especially in the College World Series. And talk to us a little bit about what that was like. You guys went through the Ole Miss Regional, then Duke, and then to make it to the College World Series. I feel like that's, at least for me growing up playing baseball, me and my brothers, every summer dial into the College World Series. So what was that like, playing in Omaha, seeing all the fans and kind of that journey?
It was chilling. First time I got out there, first inning against UCLA, I had goosebumps everywhere. You got 24,000 people there cheering you on. Being like the Cinderella run. America loved us, so it was a lot. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a dream come true. Like you just said, like everyone watches it, everyone gets to dream of it. But the fact that I got to like live out the dream was so humbling, and it's just a true blessing for sure.
Yeah, my favorite clip from honestly the whole thing was your guys' post game interview, that last interview. I remember watching that on Instagram, and I think that was a couple days after we dropped your merchandise. But when you guys took the name tags, I would have done the same exact thing. I thought that was so cool.
So my mom's gonna make a case for everything, and that's gonna be at like the top of the case. When I like my batting gloves I use and a couple other things, it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. What else? I mean, as far as media side, I mean, there had to be some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah, so we had like a media day itself, and I know me personally, I got to go and do like a little like a video type intro for the scoreboard. Me and another teammate, and then I got interviewed by ESPN, ESPN.com, some TikTok stuff, I guess. And then we went outside, and like after practice, I think we had like I had like 15 interviews probably after practice, 10 to 15, and then just kept going on throughout the whole week. Like after games, you're getting people stopping you in the tunnel. I had to cut short the time I got to talk to my parents because I had to go to the media room. So I mean, it was really cool. It's the first time I've ever felt like a kind of like a big deal in baseball.
That's awesome. I mean, that's got to be the kind of the dream, like ever since you were a
Dude,
kid.
yeah, no doubt, man. It was it's very humbling too because it's like wow, that's really cool.
Well, I mean, talk to me. I know you talked about it before, but kind of about your faith, and that mindset throughout the
Hmm.
season and the whole season. And with
Yeah,
your merchandise, you were able to use a Bible verse. I think that's really cool and, showing your faith. So kind of talk to me about that.
yeah. Joshua 1 has been one of my favorite verses for as long as I can remember. Just a great reminder that just to be strong and courageous in Him, and there doesn't have to be any worries about anything. That He'll guide you, He'll lead you, and there's nothing to really just like fret about. I mean, everything in this world is it's awesome, but it's so finite compared to Him. So yeah, my faith's been huge in my life for let's say about 7 years now. I came to true faith when I was about 16, and so I've always been such a warrior in everything I do, stats, performance, and then even off the field things. So I really struggled until about that year about like worrying about my performances so much. Like I lose sleep at night, this, that, the other, and so I really just was like, okay, I'm gonna give my faith, give my game to God, and let my faith take over. And once I did that, man, the calming, the peace, and simultaneously the success went up too. Like unintentionally, I didn't do it for the success. I did it just to glorify Him more, and you just happen to reap what you sow as well. So I just noticed that I benefited more as a person, but I know God's benefiting as well from a platform perspective as well, and that's all I really care about, truthfully, when it comes down to it.
Yeah, it's nice to have someone else in your corner. And, when we were making your merch, that was a fun addition to kind of use and promote your faith. So
Awesome, thank you guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. And then speaking on the merch part of it, what was that? You mentioned going to the media and kind of talking and feeling a sort of way. But what was it like, kind of creating the merch, seeing people in the stands wearing your merch? I mean, that's got to probably boost it even more.
Dude, it's sick. Working with my players has been awesome. Second to none. It's the first time I've ever had someone to work with too, so it's been a great first experience. I know people around here, my hometown and stuff, they're loving it. My grandmother just got the mug and it's flat out sick. I saw it yesterday. It's really dope. And then so I got the shirt on actually right now. I love it. It feels great. And looks even better. Family friend had got a hat. It looks amazing as well. So everything I've seen, everything I've heard, everyone's absolutely loving everything about it. So they're it's been phenomenal work with you guys.
yeah, we wanted to get you early before Nike and all these other people start coming. So make sure you
Oh
remember
man.
us when you're big time. So.
Oh, come on now.
Nah, it was super fun building that out and getting the video out before hyping it up. You got a large fan base that was ready to buy this gear, so
Dude, yeah. It kind of boomed. I was kind of shocked, not gonna lie.
it blew up. It was probably one of our best videos and just overall merch drops of this month. So it was awesome.
Heck yeah, that's sweet to hear.
It was fun to work with the LSU guys, but and nothing to them, but that drop was awesome to do, and your video blew up. So.
Heck yeah, that's good to hear.
Um,
Here, is there? I was just going to talk about kind of you're saying the video and kind of building your brand and playing collegiate baseball, but I don't know what's kind of next. What's your kind of career aspirations? I guess what's your summer looking like and beyond.
Yeah, obviously goals play professional baseball. I'd like to be a big leaguer one day, and then so I'm gonna head to the draft league here. I'll leave about Tuesday for that. So I'll head to the draft league and play about a week and a half there and see what happens in the draft, and hopefully I get an opportunity and start living out a dream.
Is that so? Is that the in Florida?
That's in so I'll be in Maryland with the Frederick Keys, but it's in like Ohio, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and I think maybe New Jersey. I can't remember the last one.
Gotcha.
West Virginia is one. That's one too.
Okay. So then you play there, and then does that syncs up with the MLB draft? I'm assuming.
It
Or is it
helps
not?
you scouting wise, yes.
Right.
But the draft's a little separate. I mean, it's the 13th and 14th this year. It's only 2 days, so I'll see what happens there, and then hopefully I get a call and get to pursue it a little bit more.
If you could play on one team, what would be the team?
Oh man, uh, I'm not too picky, just because I mean the goal is just to make it. You
Yeah.
get traded and stuff, but I grew up a Red Sox fan through my dad, so I guess that'd be cool. And then I've been to Fenway a couple times. It's sweet and historic. And the documentary that they came out with on Netflix is
Yeah.
sick. So I guess I'd have to say Boston if I had to choose one.
Yeah, I had never even, I mean, I'd heard about it a little bit, but I watched that whole documentary. It was pretty sweet.
Dude, yeah, it's awesome. Jaron Duran, yeah, that's how he's my favorite player now. It's that documentary.
Connor, he didn't say Padres.
Well, I was going to say the Padres do need a left fielder. You want to come on over to the Padres? Lifelong
But
Padres fan here, Group San Diego. Like I said, no shade to any of our left fielders, but we could use one. So
I
just
wouldn't be
putting that
opposed,
out
that's
there.
for sure.
Well, yeah, we like to spend a lot of money, so keep that in
That's
mind.
even better.
It's better for everyone.
Well, the
So go
Cubs
ahead.
also wouldn't mind it. A little PCA, John Hogart would be a nice combo.
100%, 100%. That's yeah, that's good. So yeah, like I said, shout out. I'll see if I can get in touch with the Padres top officials and put in a good word. I'll stand outside of Petco Park if I need to. But we appreciate you coming on, John. We have some kind of rapid fire questions that we think are kind of fun. Hopefully, can kind of connect the fans and you together. But I guess our first one is your favorite pregame routine. If it can be meal or what you do before at bat. You can kind of take it where you want.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this is my favorite one is just like my pregame prayer. It keeps me centered, keeps my heartbeat slow, especially when you're playing in front of so many people. It's easy to let the game speed up, easy to let the moment get big. Just because it keeps me so down to earth, centered, and reminds me of the true reason why I'm doing this.
Well said. And then you might have already answered this with the College World Series, but best and or favorite stadium you've played in?
Charles Schwab,
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
can't
say
beat that. I mean,
that's a walk-in
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
talk to me.
Besides a big league park,
Yeah, how was
you
the
just can't beat it.
atmosphere? I mean, it had to be pretty crazy. Just
Yeah, I mean, it was so sweet. Ole Miss was sweet too, but I mean, we just doubled size at Charles Schwab's. It was so loud. I mean, I know the first game I had people behind me, like the right field fans were yelling "left field sucks," and then left field fans were yelling "right field sucks." Like I couldn't hear a thing. It was so sweet,
I didn't know baseball. I mean, I was watching just a lot of videos of like college kids hanging over the dugouts, like chirping the pitchers. It's pretty crazy.
dude. It
Yeah.
gets so when we were at Ole Miss, they have that student section out in right field, and like
Yeah,
the right fielder, they were like yelling, "Hey, I hate you." Um, Dustin sucks, this, that, and the other. And someone found his phone number and started yelling it out.
They
And I
get,
was
I mean,
like,
they're up there researching everything they can
oh
get.
yeah, no
yeah.
doubt. And he has like he's pretty big on LinkedIn, I guess. And I guess that's how they found it. We don't really know. He's my roommate on the road too, so it
Jeez.
was we were just out there giggling to it because it's like, good grief, guys.
Well, and it's that they have a few thousand kids. Like that whole right field to center field
Oh my
is
gosh.
their student section, which is
Oh,
pretty unheard of. Usually, it's kind of behind one of the dugouts or up in like the higher sections, but they're right
it
on
was so
top of you.
loud.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like when they do their beer shower, there's going to be beer cans on the field and stuff like that too. So they're
getting
right there on
wasted.
top of you. You could feel them. It's almost like they're breathing down your neck.
Oh,
Is that
what a place.
is that kind of like for you? Is that like motivation to go back
Oh,
up
I
and hit
love it.
it? Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. So when I was younger, I didn't like it, but now as I've gotten older, I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. I mean, the perspective's like these guys are paying to watch you play, so it's like, why not have fun with it? Yeah, they're going to yell at you, but who cares? Like, all in all, they don't even remember your name.
Yeah.
But
We'll send them the merch link after. That's what we'll do.
yeah, no doubt. Then they could really help out.
After we send them the merch link after the game day, do you have other hobbies or what do you kind of like to do other than baseball? Just kind of take your mind off things.
Yeah, I'm a pretty chill guy. I do love pickleball. Pickleball's a blast.
All right.
We played a lot on our off days at Murray.
Okay.
Other than that, man, I hang out with my family, hang out with my girlfriend, just some friends every once in a while. Yeah, I'm just pretty chill. When I'm not doing ball, I'm either working out or still doing ball. So when I'm not doing that, it's really just relaxing, hanging out, doing whatever the girlfriend wants to do, or whatever the family wants to do. Just really, I'm a really go with the flow kind of guy.
Perfect. Well, I mean, can't hate
Yeah,
that. That sounds good to me.
seems like the chillest guy in the world. I mean, I don't. Let's just end it at that. Jeez. Well, I mean, I got to go off the pickleball. I'm not too bad myself, but what's your go-to shot? New backhand.
Man, oh, forehand for
Yeah,
sure. Forehand, try to. I, when they rush up the line, I try to hit right at them, like pretty firm,
The
just to
kitchen.
throw them off.
yeah,
Oh, the
stunning.
kitchen's
The
brutal.
kitchen.
I'm not that great in the kitchen. I'm
Yeah.
deep. I'm really good when I'm deep and back. I started working on like a drop shot and stuff like that. We'll flopping it in there, trying to throw them off because whenever we were playing at Murray, I was kind of known for like the guy that tries to hit it really hard all the time. So
Yeah.
Get some finesse.
yeah, try to.
If you have a role model or maybe an MLB player you look up to, or you have anybody.
Yeah, Tim Tebow. I love Tim Tebow. Phenomenal athlete, of course. I mean, the dude can do just about anything he wants to. But also just obviously his man of faith. He leads by such a great example. And another one would be Christian Huff off that 4-8 Men podcast. Those guys there, I feel like we have similar hobbies of working out, sports, and then also faith. But those guys, they truly lead from such a great example on such a national and international stage. So they're so easy to look up to and so easy to like just learn from without them even knowing.
Yeah. No, I mean the faith part is awesome. It's a lot of athletes now. They've really come out to be able to share their faith, and I think it's really important also for high school guys and especially guys on the come up with starting out baseball and being able to balance that and being able to really lean into it. So that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
definitely challenging, but
Tebow's book the other day. It's random.
which one?
His old one with the he's got
The
the
white
Broncos
shirt
on the
on?
cover. What's
Oh,
up?
keep going.
It's the old one. It's from like 2008 or 2009.
Got you. Yeah, he does some good stuff, man. He does a
Yeah.
lot of good
Really
stuff.
cool. And then I'm maybe just one more my player question, but in the future, you got any crazy apparel items you wanna do or anything else?
Yeah, man. I mean, nothing off the top of my head, but I'll be down just to see where we could take everything and see how big we can make it blow up. I mean, I'm always down to keep pushing it and keep expanding ideas. So I'm excited for whatever's to come and to keep working with you if that's the case, if you want to.
We would love to, man. We want to grow the
Man,
Hogart brand nationwide. I
yeah,
think it already
dude.
has, honestly, after one merch drop. But
Yeah, dude, it's fun. You've been such a pleasure to work with. It's so easy, so simple, and y'all communicate unbelievably well. So it's been such an honor,
I
truly,
appreciate
to have
that.
my first like NIL deal. So it's sweet.
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot more coming your way, but I'm happy we were the first.
Heck yeah, man. It's been awesome. That's for sure.
Now, then, yeah, we're looking. Yeah, as you continue to grow down your playing career and sign with some teams. Shout out Padres. We'll get some brown and yellow in there and incorporate some cool colorways and get that rolling.
Heck yeah, dude. That'd be sweet.
Appreciate it. Well, hey, we appreciate you coming on, John, and Will for joining us today. And for the listeners and followers, go ahead and subscribe, share, and support. The athletes like John as they continue to grow out in their career. And this has been another episode of the My Player Podcast, and we'll see you guys next week.